Good morning, witches. Welcome back to Pagan Pathways with Jessica. Just getting settled in so I can sit my big butt down. This is my second recording today, so I'm going to try to make this as brief as I can. This is a hashtag to Earthy Taurus. The hashtag is basic witch. She wanted for people to get to know us, and so here we are. So I'm going to go, excuse me, my lip itches. Right on top. Anyway, so I'm going to go through this. She has 13 questions, which I'll link in the I will leave in the description box, and I will also link her page so you can go check out her video. She does have numerous ones, so make sure you give her a look. And if you like her, make sure you subscribe. Okay, so the first question she asked is favorite crystals. Well, I have 3, and I do have some right here so I can show you. Rose quartz. Love rose quartz. These are raw rose quartz. This is just a small sample. And then this is polished rose quartz. I have several of the rose quartz. I even have, if I can, it was sitting over here just earlier. I'm going to see if I can find it. I did a review video on a necklace I bought, and I also got it in rose quartz. I do have this nice chunk of rose quartz that I can wear around my neck. Then my other one is tiger's eye. Tiger's eye has to be my ultimate favorite, but these 3 that I'm talking about are some of my favorites. So I have this nice little stash. I don't have as much of the tiger's eye as I do the rose quartz. I also have a chunk necklace, and let me see if I can find that. I did find it, so it only took a second. So I do have this nice chunk, and I do wear the, oops, sorry, my earrings mixed up in it. I'm a mess, just gonna be honest, and I'm not editing this video, so it's all just gonna stay in here. So this is the chunk of tiger's eye that I've worn and have worn for several years. And I love that. It's so good for mental clarity, and God knows I need mental clarity. Truth. And then I have both of these. This is a blue tiger's eye. No, I'm not doing very good at showing it to you. And it is the only piece of blue tiger's eye I have. And then, of course, the regular tiger's eye. So I do have quite a stash of tiger's eye as well, just not as much as I do the rose quartz. These earrings are tiger's eye. I do love these. So I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but when I do, it's either really blingy, really down to earth. I just have like a mixed personality. What can I tell you? And then the last one I have, of course, is clear crystal quartz. And I do have quite a little stash of that as well. This isn't all of it, same with the others, but just giving you a little idea, I do use that quite frequently. One last thing I'll show you on the crystals is this little bag is full of crystals to make jewelry or whatever you're doing with it. And it has the little pieces of tiger's eye, little pieces of rose quartz, and of course little clear crystal quartz points. So I do projects with that. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, and yes, they have authentic stones. They are a little pricey, so if you go get some, make sure you buy them when they're 50% off, because that's what I do. All right, that's enough. Oracle or tarot cards, which do you prefer? That's the next question. Question number 2. I prefer tarot, but I do have oracle decks as well. And I am not an avid reader of the tarot, so it's more of like a side hobby, but I do have tarot cards, and I do occasionally read them. Mythical creature that you connect with or collect. I do have some fairies. So, I mean, I don't really, and I have even a few dragon pieces, but I'm not super into mythical creatures. That's, yeah, so. Favorite animal? I'd have to say a cat. I love cats. I do not own cats. I haven't had one since my cat Sophia died, and I've not just wanted to get another one. So, I'm sorry, and that was question number 4. I feel like I'm rambling, I do that sometimes, sorry. Question number 5 is, how do you store your tarot cards, or how do you prefer to store them? I have a special bag for the tarot deck that I read on a regular basis. My other tarot cards are in their normal boxes and then displayed on a shelf. Not that I don't ever use them. You know, who am I kidding? I don't really ever use them. When I purchased them, I thought I really wanted them. I did not connect with the decks, but I have not gotten rid of them, so I still have them. Do I use altar cloths? Absolutely. I use them on everything all the time when I am putting out my stuff. I feel like when I use an altar cloth, it just helps to define the space, and this is what it's for, so I just do. My favorite colors is black. I'm always wearing black. It doesn't have anything to do with being witchy. It has everything to do with I put on a lot of weight, and black makes you look thinner. And then purple is one of my other favorite colors, and it's black and purple have been my favorite colors for a long time. Witchy, crafty, or both? I am absolutely both. As you notice on my channel, I do a lot of DIYs, and I try to do them on a budget where everybody can afford. I love crafting. I do it all the time. Do you like crafts? I absolutely love crafts. That's a silly question, I think, but I mean, I suppose it isn't for some people. What do you keep running out of in your craft, witchy or otherwise? Well, I run out of, I don't know. I buy a lot of stuff in bulk, so when I notice it's getting low, I tend to just purchase some more. As for, and that would be like my herbs and stuff like that. As for crafting stuff, I don't really think I run out of anything because I do the same thing. I buy a bunch at one time and then I just have it on hand. This move to California has definitely adjusted that some, but the things that I use on a day-to-day basis, I tend to have a lot of, and when I start to get low, I don't run out because I go get some more before I do. I'm a freak. Do I like herbal teas? I do. My favorite is vanilla, honey, and chamomile, and peppermint. Those are my two favorites. Does it snow where I'm at? It definitely does. It definitely snows here, but not very often. Winter is very short, and Mother Nature, one day will be 70 degrees, and the next day she'll just spit snow all over you. And what is something you collect? Crafting supplies and witchcraft supplies. That is honestly all I collect. And in my witchcraft supplies, I collect skulls a lot. I do have a few here that I will show you, but I really just have a massive collection of everything witchy related. I have 4 or 5 cauldrons, really not necessary. I understand. I cannot help it. If I go somewhere and I see one, I pick it up. And I don't mean like I spend hundreds of dollars. I don't, because I'm a basement bargain Betty, and I buy everything when it's on sale, clearance, or if it's a good deal. And I'm definitely a thrift shopper, so I will go to you know, Goodwill and Salvation Army, and this shutdown is killing it. I'm just saying. But I have tons of candles. Dollar Tree is one of my favorite places to go. I love that store because everything is $1, and at Halloween time, they have black candles. I bought 13 last year. I bought a few more this year, so I never run out. Walmart, too. At the end of Halloween, all their black candles go on sale. That's the time to buy them. So anyway, I'm making this long-winded. Let me wrap it up here. Here's one of my favorite skulls. Love this guy. He sits on my Morgan altar, along with this one. This little skull sits on there, and then this larger, very beautiful skull just sits on my salt bowl is on a cart, and on the second shelf I have one of my large cauldrons and this lovely skull. And then I had this little tiny glass skull, and that sits on my car, well, truck window altar that I have in there. So yeah, that's it. That's the 13 questions. We made it through, and we'll talk soon, witches.